Gracias por la invitación, en primer lugar. Me gustaría explicar que el sector de
I would like to explain that the Basque automotive sector has very significant characteristics. I have very little time, so I'm going to use a video that summarizes our past and present in the automotive sector.
The Basque automotive industry, one of the most competitive and innovative in the world, has its origins in a long industrial, financial and commercial tradition that runs from the 19th century to the present day. Cutting-edge management levels in the region's industry make it highly efficient and effective. Its 300 companies produce an overall turnover of 12 billion euros, employing 75,000 people the world over. Mercedes-Benz Victoria, which has a production capacity of 100,000 plus vehicles a year and employs more than 3,000 people, adds some solid weight to the industry in the region. One of the company's current major initiatives is to develop and manufacture the first mass-produced electric traction van, the Vito e-Cell. Today, the industry has 200 factories outside Spain, mostly in emerging markets like Eastern Europe, Brazil, Mexico and China. These international business interests enable the region's industry to accompany its vehicle manufacturer or Tier 1 supplier customers as they go global, offering maximum guarantees of professionalism and acting as their strategic allies in the initial phases of major world projects. The Basque Country is also home to more than 30 automotive multinationals, with major centres of competence contributing value to the industry here and to their parent organisations. We call the industry integral because in a relatively small area it has the entire value chain available, with everything from steel workers, capital goods manufacturers and machine tool producers to die and mould makers and machining suppliers, not forgetting universities, research centres, consultants, engineering firms and the like. Some 5,000 academics at 4 prestigious universities cater to the needs of more than 65,000 students. It also has a major network of vocational training centres with more than 25,000 students. These centres are at the forefront of teaching in terms of contents, resources and management. A major feature is the AICAE, Automotive Intelligence Centre, conceived as a unique value-generating centre facilitating cooperation within the regional industry in areas like knowledge, training, technology and industrial development. Furthermore, the Basque automotive industry works on all vehicle functions: drivetrain, 68%, powertrain, 47%, structural and bodywork elements, 42%, interior parts, 13%, exterior parts, 13%, electronics, 9%, and wheel hubs and rims, 3%. Although the regional industry makes a wide range of products, it tends to concentrate on modules like suspension, internal combustion engine, transmission, brakes and steering, seats, passive safety systems, instrument panel, exhaust systems, air feed, interior embellishments, pedals, opening and locking features, lighting and indicators. Absolutely all Basque companies have certifications awarded for their systems. the most frequent certificate being ISO TS 16949, held by 90% of them. A high percentage also have environmental and safety in the workplace certifications. 70% of the businesses in the industry have an R&D unit, with an average 5% of turnover being ploughed back into the development of new high-value-added products and processes. The mission of the Basque Automotive Cluster Association, ACICAE, is to stimulate the Basque automotive industry by facilitating business-to-business cooperation that will enable them to give a joint response to the major challenges facing the sector as a whole. The Basque automotive sector, an integral industry.
Solo por concretar algunos.
And just to give some specific information, the video is a couple of years old, and the fact that the automotive industry is changing radically. We're talking about a turnover of around 15 billion. The automotive components sector represents 50% of all the components in Spain. We have to consider that Spain is the second vehicle manufacturer in Europe, the 8th in the world. In Spain, we have 16 or 17 production plants from different brands, from practically all brands in the sector. And we have a components industry that is part of the world elite. We have major multinationals, some of them are here, but we also have smaller companies that have all sorts of technologies and all sorts of capabilities that make us very competitive. Just to show you the fundamental data, we are 300 companies, around 300 companies. We represent, if we include the entire turnover, 22% of the Basque country's GDP. We have 90% exports, over 250 production plants outside Spain, and around 75,000 people working for us. And of those 75,000, around 40,000 work abroad. And for a population like ours, we're talking about just over 2 million inhabitants, for a territory that we can drive through from north to south and east to west in about an hour. This means that the industrial density we have in our country is unique. There aren't many places in the world where in such a small area and with such a small population there is so much industry and so much industry dedicated to the automotive sector. And what could I say finally about the industry? We have a strategic vision. I think it's very important for an industry to have a strategic vision with regard to where the sector is going and where it wants to go as a sector. We have a cooperation mentality. We are the first European automotive cluster. We've been working on the cluster concept for a long time, which has given us a greater knowledge on how to cooperate and how to work in coordination. We have a very interesting public-private dynamics that isn't found in so many places, and our industry is integrated. As the video showed, we have steel makers, very powerful machine tool manufacturers, the world of electronics, the world of dyes, machining, etc. These are the elements in our industry, and this is what makes us so competitive and what's helping us to grow and gain market share in the world. Thank you very much.